in. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. It is September 10th, 2025, and we have another all-time high on the way. Yes, there's a lot going on. It starts with Oracle. Literally, the earnings yesterday, it was like $500 billion of purchase orders. Like $500 billion. That's what ended up driving it there, and it was a really good beat. So the AI theme, the risk on, the Mag 7, that's definitely going to be playing one factor of today. There was a lot of pre-market movers. We'll go over them, but then you got the PPI. So that was the first big set of data this week. We're going to be getting the CPI tomorrow, but the funny part, it came in lower. It's actually pretty interesting if you want to look at credibility, because lower inflation would make the cuts less credible, but the market liked it for a little bit. So I think bonds are going to be a little bit weirder today, but when it's all said and done, you don't got anything worrying on the data front. The idea of rate cuts being cemented, that continues. So get ready for what we're going to be doing for the rest of the week with data, and then how this all leads to Powell next week. So Chad, I hope you're ready for all of it. I hope your morning is good. We got a good time ahead of us. And good morning. How are ya? What's going on, baby? What up, Mr. Fahar? Tyree, Malcolm, Gunnar, Dos Nacho, Mr. Farento. What's up, baby? How you doing, Angel, the strong term? Caballero, NRG, Candy, Zira, Alex, Lucky Soldier. Good morning, baby. What up, Mike? What up, Laker J? What up, Mr. Hanalana? Good morning, Deco, Senor. Goose Pimple, Cesar. What up, baby? What up, Barry? Good morning, Kraus. Good morning, Brax. How you doing, Trav? 10% Alex. Good morning. What up, Ivan? How you doing, Noble? What up, Ben? J Biz, Mitch Matsuno, Mr. Edwards, Sean, Joshua, me Nacho, Tyler B. Good morning. Oh man, Amazon is developing AR glasses. Oh wow, look at that. What up, IPOC? Liberace, good morning. Richard George. Oh man, so Chattadonia, I hope y'all feeling blessed. I hope your morning is Tuesday, dude, or Wednesday? What fucking day is it? Oh, but dude, the week, we're only halfway through. Oh yeah, you got a long way ahead, baby. But good morning, and here is Josh AI with the news. Top overnight news: corporate Oracle discloses significant increase in bookings and bullish outlook for cloud infrastructure division, Bloomberg CNBC FT. Apple unveils thinnest iPhone 17 Air at 5.6 mm, but compromises on battery and camera features, Bloomberg FT. Reuters. NVIDIA-backed AI startup Reflection nears $5.5 billion valuation, raising $1 billion in funding. FT. Microsoft to buy Anthropic's AI technology for use in its Office 365 apps, The Information. Meta's elite AI unit causes tension with existing staff as high-paid researchers create status divisions. Link. Google Cloud has $106 billion in customer commitments, with over 55% expected to generate revenue in 2 years. Bloomberg. Google eliminates data transfer fees for organizations using multiple cloud platforms in the EU and UK. Reuters. TSMC reports 34% revenue increase in August, exceeding expectations amid strong demand for AI silicon. Bloomberg. Trump administration initiates enforcement against pharma companies and influencers for misleading advertisements. Link. Axios. Synopsys guidance underwhelms, with China export restrictions contributing to underperformance. Bloomberg. Ozempic maker Novo Nordisk cuts 9,000 jobs, lowers profit forecast amid rivalry. Bloomberg. Citigroup reports rising Q3 investment banking fees and trading revenues, maintaining full-year guidance. Bloomberg. Elliott Management acquires at least 5% of Bill Holdings, coming after Starboard disclosed its own 8.5% stake. FT. FDA approves J&J's drug delivery system for bladder cancer, providing a surgical alternative. Reuters. Starbucks turnaround plan focuses on service and seating improvements, but baristas feel pressured. NY Times. ExxonMobil anticipates EU will sign long-term U.S. gas contracts for American energy purchases. FT. Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff aims for double-digit sales growth as revenue nears $50 billion annually. Bloomberg.
GameStop's profits surged in Q2 with over 20% sales increase driven by collectibles and hardware. Reuters. General Motors pauses shift elimination at Canadian pickup truck plant, temporarily protecting affected workers. Bloomberg. Klarna IPO more than 20x oversubscribed, raising $1.37 billion above marketed range. Bloomberg. United Airlines questions Spirit Airlines business model amid escalating war of words between executives. Reuters. Southwest Airlines CEO anticipates U.S. regulators will approve Boeing 737 MAX 7 de-icing fix by Q1 2026. Bloomberg. Zara's Inditex reports weaker Q2 sales, sees growth in August. Reuters. Bloomberg. Markets. Wall Street anticipates a hot CPI report, but expects modest stock reactions amid job market focus. Bloomberg. Traders building bullish positions in treasuries ahead of CPI data. Bloomberg. Wall Street boosts S&P 500 outlook amid strong earnings and AI enthusiasm with targets reaching 7,000 points. Bloomberg. Barclays raises 2025 S&P 500 target to 6,450, citing strong earnings and AI optimism. Reuters. Hedge funds increase bullish yen options after BOJ hints at potential rate hikes. Bloomberg. Japan equities rally continues after prime ministerial resignations, but rising bond yields pose a threat. Nikkei. China bond market sell-off persists. 30-year yield reaches highest level since November 2024 amid fee changes. Bloomberg. Korean benchmark nears record high, driven by tech momentum, corporate reform, and shareholder-friendly policies. Bloomberg. Economy. U.S. holiday sales expected to grow slowly, marking the weakest pace since the pandemic. Axios. Over 60 cargo containers fell into the water at California's Port of Long Beach, halting operations. ABC News. Fitch Ratings raises 2025 world growth outlook, citing improved prospects for China and Europe. Link. China's consumer prices decline as food prices fluctuate. Factory gate deflation narrows amid efforts. Bloomberg. Reuters. FT. Chinese buyers driving surge in foreign purchases of U.S. homes. Nikkei. U.S. business confidence in China hits record low due to political tensions and economic slowdown. Reuters. Japan manufacturer sentiment reaches 3-year high after tariff deal. Reuters. Trade tariffs. Supreme Court to review legality of Trump's global tariffs with oral arguments in November. NY Times. Reuters. CNBC. Trump considers crackdown on Chinese medicines as pharma companies and billionaires lobby opposing measures. NY Times. Trump asks EU leaders to impose tariffs of up to 100% on India and China to pressure Russia into ending war on Ukraine. FT. Trump and Modi commit to resuming trade negotiations, signaling potential thaw in U.S.-India relations. Bloomberg. Reuters. Central banks. U.S. district judge temporarily blocks Trump from firing Fed Governor Cook. Axios. New York Times. Reuters. Stephen Moran's nomination for Fed Reserve Governor advances in Senate, but timely confirmation is uncertain. Reuters. Treasury Secretary Bessent cites BLS revision in calling on Fed to change policy stance. Bloomberg. Geopolitics. Poland activates NATO air defenses to intercept drones after Russian attack on Ukraine. Axios. FT. Reuters. Trump expresses dissatisfaction with Israeli strike on Qatar. Plans full statement Wednesday. Axios. Reuters. Protests erupt across France against budget cuts, disrupting traffic and clashing with police. Reuters. EU's von der Leyen emphasizes need for reinvention amid global threats, urging defense independence. Bloomberg. Iran to resume cooperation with IAEA on inspecting nuclear sites. NY Times. Washington. Bipartisan deal could prevent government shutdown by extending health insurance subsidies, but challenges remain. Politico. Axios. White House proposes health and food policy changes, including fluoride review and whole milk in schools. FT. Bipartisan group of House lawmakers to visit China later this month, marking first such visit since 2019. NBC News. Reuters. Trump's approval rating at 42% in recent Reuters Ipsos poll, with higher marks for crime and immigration than the economy. Reuters,
there's more. I don't get it though. The France, they're like, yo, political turmoil. They have traffic. I'm like, we got traffic with no political. Anyways, we have more. S&P futures. They're up by 0.5 Wednesday morning trading. Near pre-market highs comes after U.S. equities finished mostly higher on Tuesday, though breadth negative and equal weight lower. S&P hit another all-time high with big tech names, Nvidia, Google, Meta, the key tailwinds. Other AI plays fared well. Managed care, China, tech, energy, retail favorites. Some of the other standouts, media, building projects, home builders, chemicals, industrials, machinery, transports, and apparels were the laggards. Treasuries mostly firm with yields down 2 basis points near the short end. Dollar's up by 0.1, gold is up by 0.2, Bitcoin up by 1.2, and WTI is up by 1. AI is the big story following a monster RPO performance delivered by Oracle. Follows a flurry of bullish AI commentary and sentiment out of the Goldman conference over the last couple days, along with Broadcom results late last week. Trade and geopolitical headlines mixing as President Trump called on Europe to hit China and India with steep tariffs for buying Russian energy, promising the U.S. would match. Elsewhere on the trade front, SCOTUS agreed to quickly consider the legality of Trump's IEEPA tariffs. Fed also in the headlines with federal judge blocking Trump from firing Lisa Cook as her lawsuit challenging the move plays out in court. Inflation is in focus on the economic calendar over the next couple days. PPI came in softer than expected this morning ahead of Thursday's CPI print. However, data unlikely to impact near-term easing expectations, with the Fed outsized focused on labor market softening. Headline: August PPI dropped by 0.1 month over month versus a rise of 0.3 expected. July's sharp rise revised lower. Core PPI was also down by 0.1 month over month against the 0.3 consensus. Release noted a sharp drop in service prices, particularly on margins for final demand and trade services. Analysts have noted that it's a volatile category. Other big events today: Treasury's $39 billion of 10-year notes. Looking ahead, CPI and claims out on Thursday. Treasury selling $22 billion of 30-year bonds, and preliminary university consumer sentiment on Friday. And no Fed speakers due to the blackout. Oracle, huge post-earnings gainer, with takeaways focused on 359% surge in RPO to $455 billion, driven by 4 multi-billion contracts across 3 customers. TSM reported 34% jump in August revenue, highlighting solid AI demand. Synopsys down big following softer fiscal Q3 takeaways focused on weakness in design and IP, was chalked up to China restrictions, large family customers, and internal issues. FITB to take another charge after fraudulent activity at the subprime lender Tricolor. Rubrik beat on key metrics, raised full-year ARR guide, though the stock already a big 50% year-to-date winner. Chewy EPS missed with analyst concerns on margin trajectory. AVAV beat and Signal notable near-term award opportunities outside of earnings. FT reported Bill under more activist scrutiny, with Elliott building a large stake, and Vimeo to be acquired by Bending Spoon for $1.38 billion. Wow, Habibi. There is a more. I have a more for you, Habibi. There is a more. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Pre-market movers. Oracle is up by 30, literally 20 other names in sympathy. GME is up by 9.2. Earnings, dividend warrants. Joby 6.9 to bring Blade Air Mobility to Uber app as soon as next year. Coop up 3.1. AVAV up 3 off earnings. Archite 2.3. Bank of America upgrade. HLN 2.3. Goldman Sachs upgrade. HIMS is up by 2, reportedly to launch offering for men with lower testosterone on September 10th. Owl up by 2.2. Tech is up by 1.8. Follow through to merge with Anglo American. Duolingo up 1.7. Pairs yesterday decline on Apple AirPod Pro 3. Nike up 1.2. TD Cowen upgrade. NEM 1.2. RBC Capital upgrade. Humana up 1.1. Pairs yesterday's decline. TVTX 17.9. FDA says Travere's SNDA for Phil Sparry, and FSGS no longer needs advisory committee. SOC up 9.3. Reaction to new California trailer bill, posted a website. DGNX up 6. Bill is up by 6. Elliott builds stake. NCNO up 4.8. Morgan Stanley upgrade. CRTO 3.3, new integration with Google for on-site retail media. Camp is up 88.4, 100 million private placement on pre-funded warrants. ASST up 88, shareholders approve merger with Strive. PMVP 24, Restaput monotherapy interim data. across multiple solid rumors of the mutation. I have no idea what that means. DAKT up 19.4 earnings, NXXT up 19.2 securities purchase agreement, GLSI up 18.2, GLSI 100 grand FDA fast track, IMRX up 11.2, updated survival data from phase 2 clinical trial, BW 10.9 strategic partnership with Denham Capital Sustainable Infrastructure Arm, CellU up 10, MEI up 10.1 off earnings, Cura 7.2 insider buy, Ghost up 6.9, UBS upgrade, TIL up 6.0 immune presentation in patients with 2L squamous NSCLC. No idea what that is. AMBR 5.4 off earnings, 10.41 off earnings. THH up 3, transfers a portion of shares in Music Circus to SBI Holdings. Trading lower, Synopsis down 24% off earnings, Cadence down 4.8, ONC down 11, NYT reports Trump discussing restrictions on medicines from China, Chewy down 9.7 off earnings, Neo down 8.3, proposes 100 million share offering, Rubrik down 2.2 off earnings, FITB down 1.8, material Q3 impairment charge, HPQ down 1.6, Evercore downgrade, TTD down 1.5, Morgan Stanley downgrade, Naka down 3.0, 30 million investment, Fly down 2.7, Roth Capital initiates buy, BWA down 1.8, Bank of America downgrade, QMMM down 58 after 1,700%, and they announced the crypto strategy. EPSM down 58, closed up 400%. JYD down 22, reverse stock split. Lucid down 15, common stock offering, or Lucid Diagnostics, and then Wrap down 6.4, 9.6 million share offering. Aval. Good time, Habibi. Good time. So, Chad, that is your morning news. That is all your pre-market movers. All we have left is the pledge. So, yeah, not too crazy. Again, I think PPI plus Oracle. I mean, that's enough already, man. If you look at what Oracle affected and all the other industries, it's massive. So, literally, we were watching it yesterday. You guys remember the earnings didn't come out like crazy. It was that RPO. We read it out loud. We were like $500 billion. It was like $500 billion in purchase agreements. So, they didn't really make that much money, but they have commitments of near $1 trillion. $500 billion, up 300% from a year prior, which is a lot. So that's driving a lot of different names. That's going to be, think Mag 7 effect. Yeah, that was, I think, 4 standard deviation move, bro, as it said. So you got to think that's gonna drive up a lot of different names today. And then you also have a bullish PPI. The thing about the PPI, it doesn't really make the rates more credible because inflation, remember, a credible cut would mean we're doing everything with the economy. So this case, looking at labor, it's good that inflation isn't high or on PPI. As long as labor doesn't collapse, or if labor collapses and PPI stays low, CPI, that's credible. So generally, it's all good info. We'll see how it holds up and if the bonds can last after the bond auction. But other than that, my friends, we will see where it leads us. So if you have any questions, now would be the time to ask them. We did not have a watch list. It was the same watch list as the day before. I wanted to give you guys some time to make sure you were up to speed because it'll probably be the number one question. Everyone's going to probably be asking about TLT and bonds and if the Fed starts cutting. And depending on what happens, again, this aspect of credibility, I think you're going to want to understand it. And then again, like I told you to start off this week, it is time to move on. That's what the watch list was about. So, and what I mean by that is you're not really caring about rate cuts. Like I'm saying, PPI comes out, I'm thinking credibility. So is a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking at it to be like, we're not going to cut rates. Oh, no, it's saying, how does this tie into labor? And if the inflation tied into labor produces an outcome that warrants rate cuts or not, that's what's giving you your credibility. So should be exciting. You already see some things brewing up here on Wall Street, and now the AI and the other stuff is still continuing. So get ready for 2026. An 11-hour brisket. Oh, man. We'll enjoy that. I want to do it. I don't think I have the skills, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a smoker either, but I've seen the people do it. I've seen them do the smoke thing for 20 hours. I want to try it. You just put it in there, right? You don't do anything special. You just slow cook it and let it sit there. RBNE. But yeah, if you have any other questions, though, now would be your time. I don't think I have anything crazy for you. The Poland thing last night was fucking weird. If you guys saw that, a lot of people tagged me in it. There was like a little 2-hour freak out where literally Russian attack drones, they were in Polish airspace. So at minimum, it's a violation of NATO. But it's like you could have interpreted it in many ways. So that's kind of been the problem there. Slow and low. Oh, you have to put juice on it. You gotta light the wood. Oh yeah. You gotta do a lot of stuff, huh? I didn't know. Damn, there's a lot of y'all smoking, huh? That's good. I mean, it's good. A few years ago, if I said smoking, you guys would pull out your jewels and your bongs. So I guess we're just getting older, guys. We're just getting, because I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. I feel you. I'm just like, damn. I want to smoke. Meats. I kind of understand Zuckerberg. I still don't think he's a human. That's a cap. But you know. Oh, I be seeing those little pellet grills at the store though. I see and it sounds so tasty, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's like honey applewood smoked wood pellet. I'm like, that sounds so good. It sounds amazing. But yeah, I didn't know if we could cook with it. Because we were gonna grill, I was gonna just throw these little wood pellets in there. They just sound appetizing. I'm a big fan. I'm telling y'all, I'm getting into the grilling stage. That's it. But I do get busy. So I wanted to do it the other day, and I was like, bro, I don't have time to get these fucking burgers. You know that? I wish. That's why I need to grow a cow so I could have an unlimited supply of burgers. That's it. We gotta get moving. Let him cook. All right, baby. Any final questions before we get? I'm hungry now. This is bad, you guys. That's it. But before we start talking about Cookout Market Live, this is final stock market question for the day, for the morning. We could talk after the bell. But if you're confused about anything else, here would be your time. Any plays, this is now your moment. But other than that, that is it. Synopsis, yeah, they did bad earnings. There wasn't like anything crazy, but it was softer fiscal Q3, and then a weakness design IP. So, and then they blamed China, and then a big customer, large foundry customer switch. So it's kind of like a bunch of things added to it. But yeah, there's some big fucking earnings moves, man. This is 3 standard deviation, synopsis to the low side. So both of these, and even then, how it's affecting NVIDIA. Just that, and even Microsoft, Apple, all of that Mag 7 effect is going to be big. So get ready for it, but Chatadonia, how you feeling, man? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's game time. UPS, Intel, still good long-term plays. I think NVO and UPS. Intel's still gone higher from when we bought it. If it goes below where I got it, I would be down. NVO, at this point, I'm waiting for 4% yield, which would be like $30 or $40, but I like it if you haven't started a position. And then I like UPS, still 10%, 15% downside, depending on what happens with the divvy. And we like Nike too, but that one's too high now as well. So that being said, my friends, you know what I like more than all of it? The veterans. Veterans, I love you guys. Thank you for everything. And for real, man, can I even say thank you to the people who have never served in this community? And I don't know, man, I see y'all on the internet. I see y'all in various ways, and you do support the veterans, and I do want to say thank you for that. So above all else, though, man, every morning we take out this special moment because it means a lot, and I hope you make it real and make it mean something to you. And it's to honor the veterans of the United States of America. Why? Because every day we get out here trying to make a dollar, make some money, do all this, but man, without this country, the freedom and all the things it offers, I don't think we would be doing what we are doing, let alone would we feel as confident as we do to even be able to keep it. So we have a great opportunity. We live in an awesome country, and I don't think that just happened out of nowhere. I think it was through the commitment and service of millions of fellow Americans, both right now and well before a lot of us. So every day, bro, before we chase that dollar, before we try to do anything of that nature, I think we should take the time to truly honor our veterans, active service, past service, anybody who has served this country, even the families. Thank you for every sacrifice you have made, for everybody you've not even met. Every time you woke up when you wanted to go to bed, every time you still fulfilled orders, even if you didn't agree, you provided and you were there, bro. So thank you. All those moments, they don't go unnoticed. And now with that being said, by giving that commitment to your country, my friends, I hope you guys realize it is now your turn to own the land. It's your turn to own the market, to own all of this stuff, because without you, I don't think we would be having it. So at bare minimum, thank you. And God bless you and for everything you guys have given and sacrificed. And if you haven't served, I really hope you could show this love and appreciation. Bring it to real life. Make this mean something. I'm telling you, bro. If all the young guys, if you used your voice, y'all could get them housing tomorrow if all of y'all said something. Like, you know, if y'all turned it into Cracker Barrel, y'all don't even get me started. So God bless you all, and big shout outs to all of everybody else giving back to their local communities: doctors, nurses, teachers, firefighters, police officers, the janitors, the coaches, the garbage men, everybody making their community run. God bless you and thank you, baby. But ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Son of the judge! Oh, it's game time, baby. Horna! God bless America. Are you kidding me? God bless America. The veterans, the Chads. Oh my goodness. God bless. So Chad, let's have a great day. Okay, it's already a great day. Why are you awake? That means you woke up expecting something. You know what I'm saying? Why are you awake? You were given a gift by waking up, and you woke up for a reason, motherfucker. You would have went to bed. You would have went to bed. You would have been somebody still sleeping right now. Oh. So get it, brother. The harvest is plenty. The workers are few. I will see you at Gen Pop, and good morning.